What's going on, everybody? Timbercat here, and we're coming to you live from our first Fallout 76 beta review. Beta has been going on now for a while. This is day 3 of the beta, and so far I am loving it. Right now, we're going to go over a few of the things that the Fallout community is going to be, or has been, up in arms about. We're going to talk about the beta days and times, the issue where they haven't really been transparent of how things are going to be live, the issue that everybody was worried about as far as multiplayer, it being crowded in certain areas, atoms, the building system, you name it, we're going to go over it. So let's get right into it. The big one that everybody is up in arms about is the fact that Bethesda made it seem like the beta was going to be open every day. They did say in their frequently asked questions that the days that it was going to be open, whereas you could expect for it to be open between 4 and 8 hours. And as we've seen, Saturday and Sunday, today being Sunday, October 28th, that the hours have only been for 2 hours at a time. And the reason why they did that, everybody was really confused about it at first. Like they were trying to figure out why they kind of reneged on their word. Um, it actually came out on Twitter where one guy added his uncle who works at Bethesda that the reason why Saturday and Sunday they only did it for the 2 hours was to really stress test the server, to have all of the people that are logging in all log in at the same time and put as much strain on the server as possible so that they can see what exactly they need to change as far as that. After hearing about that, I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense. Stress the hell out of the server so that way, come launch day, we don't have to deal with the issue of the server going down because so many people are logging in. They're having like a queue to log into the server because so many people are trying. They can handle and fix all of that right now in a beta test. I'm all for it. Like I'm upset that I didn't get to be on as often, but hey, what can you do? It's a beta. You're not going to be able to be on as often. The thing about the days though, that was a kind of a red flag for me, just because the fact they said that they were going to be live at a certain time, or that they were going to be live. They didn't say for certain that it was going to be every day, but they didn't say that it wasn't either. And most betas are live for a given period. Like if they say that they're going to be there's a beta going on and they don't say that it's not going to be all the way up to launch, you assume every day, which again, it's a gray area. They didn't really say that it wasn't, but then they didn't say that it was either. So I guess it just depends on how you look at it. The fact that they're giving us access to it earlier, the entire game early, is awesome. I'm all for that. Um, as far as multiplayer crowding goes, honestly, once you leave the vault, there's only a few areas of the game where I ran into a lot of players. Of course, like in Flatwoods, with the main where the main quest ends up taking you, you will run into other players. They haven't fixed area chat. There is a way to opt out of it in the settings, but even when you opt out, it's still available. Like you still hear the other players, even if you pick none. So I'm assuming that's a beta bug that they're going to be squashing. But either way, once you leave the main towns, though, you don't have that many people. Like I tried counting how many people were on the map in my server, and I only got 15 during the 2 hour period. So I'm assuming that they're trying to keep it small. But like I said, once you get out of those main areas, you're not going to run into anybody. So if that's one of your issues that making you wary of the game, you're not going to see that many people. But on the flip side, since you're not seeing that many players, that does lead into where they were talking about how there's no NPCs on the game. All your missions come from exploration, finding holotapes, talking to robots, things like that. Um, Again, for me personally, that didn't really bother me. As I was playing, I got to where I wasn't too worried about NPCs or anything. I was more worried trying to find things to keep me alive. The game makes you really invest heavily into that survival aspect. Like you don't have unlimited resources. Like if you actually have to think, oh, it's like okay, I'm thirsty. It hasn't started affecting my action points yet, so I'm good. I can hold off a little while until I find more water along the way, or okay, I can either eat this food and risk getting a disease, or I can wait a little bit and see if I find a cooking station and I can cook it so that way the chance of disease drops. It makes you really think about your choices as far as what are you doing to survive, and hell, even crafting. Like, I can make this gun, awesome. I don't really have bullets for it, so that's one thing. You can find 38 ammo all over the place, but I can make this 3008 bolt action pistol, but I don't have the ammo. Well, there's a tinker station over here. I can deconstruct all this other ammo and make this the one for the new better gun that I'm using. It makes you really think about your choices. Uh, Also, whether or not to repair a item over crafting an entire new one. Sometimes, as you get better perks, you can actually craft an item for less resources, and it actually comes out in better condition than the one that you the amount of resources it was going to take to repair one that you already have. They do throw legendary items at you kind of easily, especially if you do the events. If you see one of the events up, go ahead and do it. I mean, there's no reason not to. You get resources, you get an item. Definitely do them. It helps out your other players. Awesome addition. It adds more replayability to the game. Bethesda, you're doing great. The thing that a lot of people were worried about was the fact that atoms are a thing. That's their microtransaction currency. They were worried that the only way to get them was whether you had to buy them. The only thing atoms are going to give you is cosmetics. Like, you're going to get emotes, you're going to get like character skins kind of thing, but nothing game breaking. Like, if I spend $10 on atoms, I'm not going to have any advantage over the guy that just came out of the vault and has nothing. On that same note, though, you're going to get atoms thrown at you from all over the places. You get atoms for anything. Killing a ghoul, getting to level 10, building this, crafting that, you name it, it'll give you atoms, and it's on a daily reset, too. So, like, there'll be one daily challenge, kill 5 ghouls. Awesome. You kill 5 ghouls, you get your atoms. Next day, oh, kill 2 ghouls. Oh, it's even easier. Perfect. They give you atoms from all these different resources, and I mean, just by playing the beta, I've already gotten up to like 400 some odd atoms. I don't know what that equates to in real life currency, but hey, they're everywhere. You can't buy anything yet. The store's not active, but progress is supposed to carry over to the main game, so all these atoms that you've collected during the beta, you will be able to use them to buy new stuff. Building was also a big thing that everybody was worried about. The fact that in Fallout 4, you had all these structures all over the place that you could build on. You could build your own base. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Really, that wasn't that big of a thing for me. I liked the building. It didn't bother me so much. It was kind of clunky, but in 76, however, they have made it a lot better. It's not as clunky. Things snap together a lot easier. If you have a certain structure that you really like building, like I know for me, a lot of my bases begin with like a 3x2 floor plan. I can actually make that 3x2 floor a blueprint, and as soon as I move my camp, I can immediately put that 3x2 floor down with just the push of a button. I don't have to worry about a single thing. There's my base, and it's good to go. And the new camp system is exactly that. It's a base. You're not going to be building these huge towers and huge defense positions. It's kind of just a base for you to have your crafting benches, to have a bed, a place to knock out, get a little reprieve from the wasteland, get your bearings, repair your items, and then go back out on your adventure. It's not going to be something you're really going to invest a lot of time in. I mean, I can see people doing that, investing a lot of time into it. But personally, it's not the same scale as Fallout 4, which is nice. Like, they are leaning heavy into making this a survival game, and they're doing an amazing job. I really like it. I'm really, really looking forward to playing it on November 14th when it's live. I'm going to be in the beta as often as possible, so if y'all want to see some more beta footage, follow me on Twitter. I'll be announcing when I'll be able to be streaming it, so y'all can tune in. It is an amazing game. Y'all will definitely like it. Final thoughts. If y'all are on the fence about getting it, the main question to ask yourself is, did you like Fallout 4 Survival? If yes, definitely the game for you because this is Fallout 4 Survival turned up to 11. It is amazing. If not, it is something you may not like because it does cost. I mean, you do have to think more about what you're doing. It's not just one of those games that you can kind of just pick up and say, "I'm gonna go just kill some enemies." Because if not, you'll end up dying from lack of water, food, and all that. It's like anytime you want to go out on this long trek, you have to make sure that you have these items. It's a good game. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I know I am talking in circles, but I just can't go on enough about this game. It's amazing. I will see y'all on the next time the beta's open. Tune in on Twitter and Twitch, and I'll catch y'all out in the next time in the Wasteland. Have a good one.